Given name by my parents is Diana, and in this journey of life, I strongly agree with Napoleon Hill that if you do not conquer self, you will be conquered by self. During my time learning and navigating through this unit, I gained and improved most of my self management skills as well as time management and my ability to further empathize and comprehend the team I was working with, and hopefully prepares me for any teams I would be involved with in the future. The growth and progress of my individualism has tremendously assisted me in pinpointing my future objectives and by further visualizing them in a mock-up profile. This will give me a sense of direction as to not astray from my plans in my journey of conquering myself, while also providing a constant reminder of my life's ambition. For what I have learned about my strengths and how these are important for my future self by applying a research-based solutions, values in action, or VIA strengths profile, to discover and develop my unique strengths, I was enlightened of my more superior strengths out of the 24 strengths in question. I do believe that one of my greatest qualities is my sense of humor. This does not necessarily mean that I am unable to take things seriously, but on the contrary, it is important to me that however stressful the situation is, keeping it lighthearted and approaching it in a calm sense and clear head is always the best way to push through any complications faced. For more information on my qualities, it is further elucidated in Me and My Strengths Crowdicity presentation. Having a clear and unbiased perspective while ensuring I possessed enough information prior to making a decision or constructing a plan further proves my three more prominent qualities. Being able to banter or see the greener side of things will not only motivate myself but as well as my team and others around me. It may shine a light on situations where others or myself might feel overwhelmed by acting according to notions of fairness and justice ensures that I will not make a clouded judgment leading to a fair and justified decision making. Lastly, judgment shows that I have good sense and sound judgment in practical matters. Ergo, it gives me the ability to reach intelligent conclusions. In the future, these qualities will prove useful in setting forth and serving my part, being in the business sector and future leader of my own household. Hilarity comes in handy in awkward situations and lightens up the mood. Fairness will help me build a trustworthy reputation throughout my career with the judgment as the basic ability to perceive and understand in a manner that is shared by everyone. A leading transcendentalist once said, as you simplify your life, the laws of the universe will be simpler. Solitude will not be solitude, poverty will not be poverty, nor weakness, weakness. I take this quote to heart to perceive that my lowest scoring strengths, love of learning, zest, and self-regulation, are not my weakness unless I let them to be. My lack of love to learn does not necessarily mean that I have less knowledge than others, but simply shows my preference of sticking to what I know and being good at it, being able to further my knowledge in a specific subject and eventually building an expertise. I will admit that great enthusiasm and energy is not exactly the vibe I give off, and yet again, I will attest this statement by shedding light on my perspective. Frankly, I believe that being zesty is a waste of energy, and I am fully able to feel alive and activated without publicly displaying it, as I do prefer a calmer and lighter environment. Lastly, self-regulation is, however, a quality that I will admit has room for improvement. I genuinely grasp the benefits of having a routine as well as being disciplined, and I will definitely need to develop some comfort in feeling contained with a routine which will further assist me in controlling my emotions, where it will lead to further self-improvement in regards to personal and professional context. My understanding and assessment of networking skills. Digesting the significance of obtaining personal connections of a group with shared values and a common goal with the combination of my identification of strengths further proves that power one's connections holds. Based on the strength spotting scale, it shows the imperativeness of fine-tuning and improving consciousness and comprehension of strengths within and externally to elevate the the competencies of utilizing it proficiently and regularly to result in superior reimbursements. This scale has defined my ability and awareness in searching for potential strengths in my social capital. With this information, I intend to further profit from it to develop a more concrete networking map. The networking map is broken down to two important aspects: existing and aspirational. The smart approach I would use is to further uphold the existing internal networks with keeping in touch while further exploring my contacts in regards to further grow and improve on my networking skills to achieve my aspirational networks, which with persistency and some luck enables me to achieve my mock-up portfolio. Now, my understanding of belonging and distinctiveness tension in teamwork. My overall personal experience in working with my team is safe to say very calm and smooth, and I do consider myself very lucky and pleased to be in this group. Upon receiving the assignments brief, we carefully decided on the best way to approach the duty in hand. After collectively deciding and reaching an agreement on how best to carry out the task, we further ensure that any questions or issues are taken care of in advance by directly inquiring the lecturers on any aspect that are still unclear to the group. We then delegate the task and carry out each individual responsibility. Our group occasionally meet on Wednesdays, and in regards to urgent matters, we also conclude to virtual meetings. This strategy works really well among us, as we also provide regular updates and reminders of the due in efforts to mitigate risk of late submissions or poor quality work. Complications or tensions are to be expected when working with multiple people on a project. It can, however, be easily resolved or overall avoided with excellent communication. In our case, any obstacles faced will be discussed to the whole group and keep everyone updated. This is to avoid any miscommunication in the passing of information when done multiple times and are from different person to another person. The leader of the group comes in clutch in situations like these, as they are who the group will look up to and reason with in a complex situation. Their judgment and assessment of the situation will provide a final say on how to proceed given the situation. Despite the fact, it should always be engraved in our minds to make best of the situation and learn from it to further apply the lesson and reflect on it for our own good. That's all. Thank you for watching.